Yeah, I definitely wanted to talk about this for sure. Apparently Geoff Keighley made a comment, a pretty controversial comment that kind of is upsetting, quite a lot of people from a particular group. You all know who I'm talking about. And from the other side, people are kind of just saying, "Hey, man, this is what we've been saying the whole time." But yeah, Geoff Keighley, he was on an interview. I think it was a podcast interview with Ryan McCaffrey from IGN, Xbox Ryan McCaffrey, and he made a comment about Game Pass, basically saying that and comparing Game Pass to basic cable, like basic home cable, which is very interesting. And in my opinion, I feel like he couldn't have said it any better, man. I mean, I feel like his description of Game Pass and just kind of like the whole Xbox branding in general I feel like what he said definitely encapsulates how most of us sort of feel about Game Pass. I mean, obviously, if you ask some people, I mean, they're going to say that whatever Xbox is doing with their Game Pass and, just their whole ecosystem or whatever, right, is fantastic and perfect and, it's the best place to be and all of this stuff, right? But I feel like the general consensus is more along the lines of what Geoff Keighley said. I'm going to show you guys this clip. I want you guys to look at it because I can't say it any better than what he said it. I think how he said it just perfectly, demonstrates and encapsulates how a lot of us feel about Game Pass.
They're going down different paths. And I think PlayStation is in a really strong position. I think, PS5, great machine. The controller, which I've got to play with, is really cool. An amazing lineup of first-party games. I mean, they're kind of running the same play that they've run before. And, worked really well for them. And I think, the games they showed in their lineup, I mean, I'm really excited. I mean, the SSD stuff looks incredible. So I'm excited about that. Xbox, is playing a different game and is, I think the Game Pass stuff is a really compelling story for them. I think, it's differentiated, right? And we'll see what they do with pricing and whatnot. But I think Xbox is, has a good story as well and a different story than what Sony is approaching. So we'll see. I mean, I think Xbox has to, really deliver the great first party games, right? I mean, that's always sort of the challenge for them. And, I think Halo had its challenges, last week when they showed it. And I hope that's going to really shape up to be an awesome launch game for them. Who knows what Sony has for launch, right? They've been kind of vague about it. They've got a lot of games coming, but what's actually coming at launch around it. And I would say I think Sony has a really strong story to tell. We don't know what the price is there, but I mean, I'm really excited about some of the games that I've seen there and, Sony's mastery of these incredibly rich single player experiences. I think Xbox has a really good story about value for gamers around a lot of diversity of choices. I think their challenge I think Sony's challenge will be sort of the price and the premium experience and making sure that people are able to sort of, purchase into that this year. Xbox's challenge, I think, is that Game Pass is great, but it's got to have the really great flagship games in it, right? And you don't want it to sort of be like your basic cable package where it's hey, it's a lot of cool stuff, but what I really want is HBO. And it's those games are outside of Game Pass. And I don't know, I tend to think people, they care more about the really big games that are going to move the needle and not just I want to, an okay game to kind of play this weekend.
Like I said, a lot of people have been upset about this, and hey, it is what it is, man. It seems like some people just can't accept the fact that, Game Pass, the way that it is right now, is just, a basic cable package. I mean, if you just look at the track record of what Game Pass has been doing for the last, few years or whatever, they have had some really good stuff, but they've also had some other, probably just not so good stuff. So, it is what it is, man. The facts are the facts. If Xbox is going to, if Microsoft is going to want to push something like Game Pass and just their whole ecosystem, and they're going to have something that really entices people into joining that ecosystem. You know, that was supposed to be Halo, but obviously we know the story that, you know, that happened with Halo. But yeah, man, I feel like what we have seen from Game Pass is definitely what I feel like we can kind of expect from it in the future. And look, Geoff couldn't have said it any better, man. I mean, there's really not much more for me to say. I am going to be working on another Game Pass video. I will be kind of like giving my thoughts on that and just the whole thing surrounding Game Pass as far as like its implications on, you know, in the industry and where it currently stands and how I feel like realistically Game Pass is like influencing people and stuff like that. I mean, of course, like I said, if you ask a certain group of people, man, they're going to tell you that Game Pass is perfect. And, you know, like I said, I have my thoughts on it. I think Game Pass is great, but, you know, there are some things about it that I do think that they need to do better. And like I said, what Geoff Keighley has said is just further proof of that. So, I don't know. I think I will be working on that video probably in the next couple of days. I might get on it tomorrow, but we're probably going to be getting a lot of news tomorrow. So more than likely I'll be covering what happens at Gamescom and just kind of like giving that to you guys. So in the meantime, I'm probably just gonna do whatever is coming tomorrow, and then when I get to the Game Pass video, which will probably be in a couple of days, maybe the day after tomorrow, I don't know exactly when, I'll give you guys all of my thoughts in regards to Game Pass. So yeah, Geoff Keighley, you're the man. You definitely said it better than any of us could have said it. I mean, definitely hit the nail on the head with your comments. So I have nothing to say about it. Some people are butthurt about it, but, you know, hey, they can't take the facts. It is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, man. I don't really have anything else to say on this topic. Yeah, just make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.